We've just left the comfort of our safety blanket. Oh look!
So everything alright?
No.
Do you get fined?
Let's get out of here, Louis.
My leg's killing me.
You've never seen anything like that before.
No.
No, it's clean us over. Well, there we go. We've just turned onto State Highway 1, the main road north. We've just left the comfort of our safety blanket, having completed our goodbye trip round the South Island to say goodbye to our friends and family. We are now on our own, heading north. What have you got to say, Louis?
I'm pleased that we have said our goodbyes and everything, and I'm pleased that we've made those final decisions, that some things needed to be left behind, some things needed to be picked up. Got extra coffee, we got the meat on special and everything because the deals are better in Christchurch.
Yeah, they are. What Louis is trying to say is we're pretty heavy. We are fully laden because things are just so expensive if you're not in the main cities. And so now it's just Iceberg and us and the road. And if you're new around here, I'm Kelly and this is Louise, and we travel full-time in Iceberg. If you haven't seen any episodes, we've done a loop of the South Island of New Zealand. Then we went on a van tour hunt to find a perfect location for a van tour, and now we're heading north. So our plan is to cross over into the North Island, have a look around the North Island, and then we're going to be shipping overseas.
And that's another subject and another discussion.
It is. We'll catch you up on this. But for now, thanks for joining us. We're excited to show you the top of the South Island and heading over to the North Island. And where are we going to tonight? Just past Kaikoura.
We don't spend a lot of money on things. Yes, we do on our diesel and obviously insurance. And
So if you're here for a luxury travel experience, you're on the wrong channel. We do all our own cooking. We don't go and pay for attractions. We go looking for things that are free. And we think it's exciting. So come along, join us. Life is short. Let's get out there and see it. Oh look. Sold. Stop. 500 metres. That's us.
I know.
They're going to freaking weigh us. Video protected.
What's that name? That's scary.
Is that us?
Yep.
Is it into the weigh station?
Oh no.
No, I'm getting a free weigh, are we?
Just filled up with water too.
I know.
Right around here.
That way. That way. It says come on in.
I said to Kelly, I think that means us was sold up on the screen there. Felt quite famous actually.
It's exciting.
Really good, thank you. That was first time ever seeing that
It's a heavy
before.
motor vehicle,
What happens if we didn't see it?
$1,000 fine. Getting your number plate,
Yeah.
and then it recognises it's a heavy motor vehicle,
Yeah.
and it weighs you on the road,
Oh yeah.
and then it tells
Look
you
at
to come in
me.
here. Yeah,
Oh cool.
So everything alright?
no.
Oh.
It says it's
Oh.
a bit heavy.
Oh.
That's right, we'll check it on the way.
Oh, we
but it's
literally
only a
did-
roadway, so it's only an indicator.
We literally
Oh.
just filled up with water and
That's fine.
amberly. Guess we're about to find out how to carry on.
Do you get fined?
I've no idea. The road says we were too heavy. I said there was a sensor on the road.
Are you all listening to this? Jana, what do you think? We were supposed to come and see you before we left Christchurch. I was being too much of a crybaby, crying all the time, so sort of had to stick to the plan and say goodbye. I'll be crying again in a minute by the sounds of it.
That's what it weighs.
Rightio, let's
All right,
get the
you're
glasses
allowed
on.
5.5 tonne. All right, you're 5941. Please do not put any more in it or anything else in it.
Okay.
I've got coffee in it.
No,
I've got about 10
because it's
chocolates.
actually overloaded
Yep.
what it's allowed to be.
Okay.
So what I suggest you do.
So you're saying we're 5.91?
Yep.
So we're
Bloody hell.
410 kilos over.
Yep.
We've
All
got
right.
230 kilos of water we
Yeah.
just filled.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, that's good
This
to know.
is
Don't
very
really-
good to know. Thank you very much. I know we did put too much of what we've just put in there because we've just loaded up from Christchurch, vegetables
that's
and
fine.
everything.
That's fine. But you get a 500 kg weighing tolerance.
Okay.
All right, but I'm just drawing your attention. You're exceeding what it's
Thank
legally
you.
allowed to be on the
Thank
road.
you.
But we give you a weighing tolerance of 500 kgs.
Okay.
All right.
Well, weren't we
So,
lucky
have you
then?
got bikes or something else on it?
Oh, we just sold them.
Hey, yeah, I know, but yeah, what people do, they carry and they keep stacking things
Yeah.
on the top. It's an expensive piece of kit.
Yeah, she has been.
You've got no idea.
I know.
It's called re-dipping the tea bags and not buying clothes.
So ask him if we were over 6, would there have been a 5?
If
fine?
we were over 6, would there have been a fine?
Yeah.
Would there have been a fine if we were over 6, would there?
What is?
350 off.
Okay.
Take your offload back to the legal limit.
Oh, do you?
Because you're going to exceed the weight limit by 10%, which is in your case is 550 kgs.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's get out of here, Louis. Okay, so we got our name up in light. We've never had this before. So this is a weigh station, a electronic one. So he said that the road, back further, the road scanned our plate and weighed us and said we were overweight. I kind of already knew that. But that's cool. And he pulled us in. Straight out that way, Louis. And we had to drive over the weigh bridge very slowly, and he weighed us, and he came and checked all of our scans up, tickets up the side. Might as well use it as a learning experience, and other people will be able to learn from it too. Okay, in New Zealand there is a 10% tolerance. So our gross allowable weight is 5.5 tonnes, and we just scraped in by not getting a $350 fine. So we weighed in at 5.91 tonnes.
We have just loaded up with, specials on meat and everything for in the freezer, and overdone it with the coffee capsules and even with the chocolates being on special.
Yeah, that's so true. So basically what's happened is we've gone back to Christchurch. We had everything that we wanted to not have to worry about getting posted. We had it sent to Christchurch, so we bought 5 packets of the breakfast powder we have, and we bought like 400 capsules of Nespresso, and so every
3
single
yogurts.
thing. Yeah, we've got 3 yogurts because they're on special in Christchurch.
3
and-
cucumbers.
Oh yeah, we've got 3 cucumbers. What else? I think we've got like 8 blocks of chocolate because they were on special.
One's already just about gone.
Yeah.
Isn't that
We
terrible?
would have been there a long time consuming things, because he said that if we were over the 10% tolerance, then they would have issued the fine, and then they would have made us go back to the factory weight of 5.5 tonne. They wouldn't let us leave without it, so we would have been there a very long time consuming lamb, cucumbers, chocolate. Of course, we could have emptied our water tank out.
Yes.
Basically, he said, do not put anything more in this vehicle until you've used some things down. He was quite nice about it. So that's actually quite good. That saved us a $17 charge at the refuse station for doing a weigh-in. It gives us a front axle and the rear axle, which is quite good, because when you go over bridges here, they tell you what you're allowed at the front and the back, so that's quite good for us to know. Alright, that was a bit of excitement, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that.
You don't have to pay for things around here with Louise and Kelly, because things just happen.
We get free experiences.
Yeah, goodness knows what it will be next. Might be a blooming praying mantis that we've found, or a big bumblebee. I don't know, but things happen.
Alrighty, catch you soon. Well, that's a bit. He deserves it. We appear to be very lucky that there's a lot of parks. I mean, they look reasonably flat. We go back in there. Both of us have to go to the toilet. We're extremely hungry, so we're going to park up. We're going to get relaxed.
It looks amazing.
He's going to watch over us tonight.
What about here?
Oh, you're the driver.
It's perfect just there. It's lovely and flat.
Come on, I have to go to the toilet. Say no nights to everyone.
Well, it's been a good drive. It's been quite a long drive, I must say. The sun is still up there. Right, I'm going to concentrate. Kelly reckons around here somewhere. Let's just have a quick look and see if there's anything flat down here.
Quite close to the motorway, yeah?
Yes it is. Too much.
Night. Catch you in the morning. We had such a big day yesterday at that way station. It just felt like just nice and relaxing. We had a really good sleep here last night. Just what we needed. Right next to the motorway actually, but it wasn't too noisy. We felt really safe actually under the watchful eye of the Ngaitahu chief, Tu Terutera, whose presence overlooks this incredible coastline. It felt really peaceful and really nice here. We didn't have to rush. There just wasn't the noise, there was hardly anyone here, just the sound of the sea. Well, we've done our exercise, we're going to just have a quick lunch and then we're going to keep pushing up the coastline. We're heading to Rarangi Dock Camp, which is further up, so we better get a move on. We're just quite enjoying just sitting here with the van doors open. We've got the back door open, we've got the side door open, but we better hit the road. We'll show you a little bit along the way as we head up there, but we'll catch you again when we arrive at our campsite.
I guess we've got a little bit of solar up there, haven't we?
Yeah.
What's it going to be like tomorrow? We're faced in a different direction than everybody else.
Usual story. We didn't want to be under the trees because otherwise we can't get the Starlink to work. There's a storm rolling in. Yes, tell everyone what's happened to you a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago I was doing my morning stretches, bumps. Kelly, be careful. She's got fell in a pothole and on then a piece of wood. Doing my morning stretches, flicking my legs up and down, all that kind of stuff and everything. And I got this really severe prick in my leg. And God, what was it? It can only be the bumblebees. I mean, we love the bumblebees, and so I still do love bumblebees, but I'm not liking much of what it's done to me. It still feels at the moment like the sting's still in there. But anyway, I'll show you just so we're here. I've covered it, but it's a bit gnarly. So I've put the usual thing, the pen round it that you do to make sure that it's not spreading. But that was a scratch actually I got from some sharp sort of flax the other day. But yeah, that's it. The story goes on. 2:30 last night, Kelly said, "Are you all right? What are you waiting up for?" And I said, "I feel like I'm going to be sick." So anyway, I prepared everything for the scene because that's the type of person I am. Cleared everything, made sure I had a handkerchief, and we had some inter-islander sick bags and things because I thought, one day these things might actually happen. And it did. I was rather unwell. And gosh, lying back in bed after Kelly had looked after me as well. And it did help actually having, what was it that you gave me? Electrolytes.
Yep.
That helped quite a lot. And but I had to sort of have my head up a bit off the pillow. And the way to get through it all, because of how my stomach was feeling, was to take very, very deep breaths. Deep breaths in and out. Anyway, so that's my scenario. And I woke up this morning and I've had normal breakfast. And look where we are now, going for a walk. Oh, the script. Do you want to tell the script story? Let me turn the camera around. You tell that part. It's like, oh God, I'm going Louise McLeavy dramas.
Let me have a turn of this, will you? Okay, The other day in Rangiora, we were waiting for a script, which took the doctor 4 days to process. Anyway, we moved on from that. The fourth day, it still hadn't been processed, so we said, oh, we've got to leave. We're going up to Blenheim. Can we change the, the chemist? So they changed the chemist to the Blenheim chemist, and that all went through, and we got a text saying it was all ready, so we took our time coming up here. And Saturday we went to get the script, and out of the 6 items ordered, there was 1 item on the script. So the other 5 items were completely ignored. So being a Saturday, we had to wait 2 days here in Blenheim. Again, we were going to head up to Queen Charlotte Sounds to be able to ring the doctor and get them to redo the script. So that's a bit of drama. We're going to go for a walk to Monkey Bay, and then we're going to head into town. The Freya's bread was on special the other day, so we're going to get some of that. Hopefully it's still on special. Wait in the Chemist Warehouse car park for our script to be ready. And then I would quite like to drive us the scenic route through to Picton, which is the Port Underwood Road.
No, just interruptions here. Interruption.
Yes,
Special
Louise.
news to say.
Special
that,
news broadcast that you
yes.
don't like windy roads.
Well, especially with my experience at 2:30 in the morning last night.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Not just my 2:30, but this leak of mine is killing me. I'd really like to know, is there anybody else out there? Is there anyone else who's been bitten by a bumblebee before? You've got to be careful that they don't spread and they don't turn into, is it cellulitis or something like that? It's itchy, it's gone hard, it's red, it's driving me crazy. I've got it up while I'm leaning on it talking to you.
Well, this is worthy of a video. They've now sent it to the Rangiora pharmacy. Can you bloody believe it? Alright, we have to ring them again.
Might as well be a bloody spider bite I've got on my leg, because I tell you what, I haven't really got much patience at the moment.
So you've rung the doctors, apparently they say no, even though you got the text saying that it was sent to Rangiora, definitely been sent to Blenheim.
Yeah, it's sort of, why is everybody messing up so much at the moment? I mean, mine's only a, whatever it is that I've got on my leg, bite, whereas other people are really, really sick. I hope they're not going through all of this. I am feeling pretty miserable.
Right, let's go and see if it's there. Script update. Well, it wasn't there when we went in, but they just hadn't downloaded it, so just have to wait. All going to plan so far. Oh, and the campsite's now fully booked that I wanted to go to, so Lord knows where we're going.
My leg's killing me. I'm going to sit down.
But a bloody good looking sandwich. We ended up spending the night at the Wairau Diversion, which was a bit gnarly getting in there, but hey, it was free. So can't complain about that. And we had a beautiful quiche for dinner. We also made some rice for the next day. That's good to let them go, because I've just seen on your GPS that this is pretty much the start of the winding bit.
Oh,
your
gosh,
favourite.
Look at it, how windy it all is. Look at that.
Yeah, this is the marina. I think this is Waikara Marina. Be a good day for a crossing today. We've obviously got our crossing coming up very soon.
Terrified,
And that
really scared.
Let's go to the dock site.
Right. This will be fun.
Slow and easy. We're actually coming in the opposite way to where we were coming from the other side of Whites Bay. So we decided not to go to Whites Bay because of the roads too steep for us and the corners are too blinding. So we're sticking to the tar seal side and coming in from the other side of Port Underwood Road. We've stopped at the Karaka Point walk. I think this goes down to the beach, but there's a historic site, so check it out.
It's quite interesting what we've just come across here on our walk. What's all of this?
At first they look like bathing areas, so I wonder what they are. What do you think they are?
Well, let's have a look and see. Bathing. I think you're right. It's got to be bathing.
Have a look at the big one, then I'll tell you.
Let's have a look.
uneaten food was dried or preserved and then stored, some of it in raised rim storage pits built here over these depressions.
Ah.
So the food would be stored in here and then a cover.
We could try that out ourselves if we had to. Kumara, dried fish, fern root, probably kept here.
I've never seen anything like that before.
No.
That is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
We were just saying, is Louie going to get in? And she's just spotted down here.
I was just about to get in.
That's not an egg sac, that's an actual jellyfish,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that is definitely a jellyfish there. It's quite big. Very unusual that we should. Sophia warned me about those. She said that they're out there. Some beaches have had them where there's been hundreds of them washed ashore.
Decided we're going to leave the jellyfish to it. Because you didn't bring your rock juice, did you?
Well, that's the main reason. There's one jellyfish would be alright though, but we're probably only not too far away from our next destination and there's water there.
Let's get round to our campsite and see what we can find there.
Yeah, they're just fishing just right there.
Yeah. Queen Charlotte Sound, everyone. That's where we'll be going in Icy. I'm not sure if we're going to take the Inter-Islander or the Blue Bridge. We haven't booked it yet, but we'll be coming out of here and all the way around and across Cook Strait to get over to Wellington. We're on our own. On our own from there on in. You, me and Icy. And you lot. We need you.
Need your support. Support and love and push maybe. And pull back. This is a jellyfish, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, the cute purple look like flowers on it. Well, we're getting absolutely hammered again with the wind. Queen Charlotte Sound. Look at that sky.
Go on, tell everybody what you've been doing.
So we had a look at the ferries, and there was a ferry tonight.
I couldn't do it.
We weren't that brave, but we logged on and we used our NZMCA discount, and it took like $300 off. They were $700 something, and we got it for $398. So in 4 days, we're getting on the ferry. We're doing it.
You're okay
I'm
about
fine.
it. You're fine. It's me. You having to look after big baby cheeks over here.
Good news is it's meant to be sunny, so I'm pretty sure your sailing will be smooth. But we do have Trevor come for baby cheeks over here. I'm expecting it to be our neighbour. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Please do join us next time as we spend the final few days of our South Island adventure exploring a docked campsite in the beautiful Queen Charlotte Sounds before we finally make the crossing to the North Island. But let's just say, getting pulled over once in this episode wasn't enough because somehow we end up meeting another police officer. Hope you're having a great week. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And do please like and subscribe if you enjoy meeting New Zealand police officers, because apparently that's becoming a regular thing now for us. Thanks everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode. Good, what have I done?
You're going too slow.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's what she says to me.
Count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Off, won't
Say
you?
one.
Nice person you are. Thank you. You sounded a wee bit nervous.
I did. I got a bit nervous.
So I thought I'd jump in.
Thank you. Night.
Good night. Love you all.